When that white smoke came out, what went through your mind?
Well, I got to tell you, when the white smoke came out, I was sitting up in the front room reading a book, so I was not aware of it. And a former teacher texted me and said, "There's white smoke." So I went and put the TV on, called my niece in Texas. She was already watching it. And so we just sat there, and it was about an hour after that smoke. So I never really saw the smoke, and we just kept talking, waiting to see something. And all of a sudden she said, "Look, the curtains are moving. Something's happening." And then out came the French cardinal to announce. I thought I heard my brother's name, but I wasn't positive, because part of me says, this cannot be happening. But then it was, and then there he was, and it's just an unbelievable experience. And if that's how I felt, I wonder how he felt. So
How would he have taken it, do you think?
I think he would be shocked at first, because we talked about it for quite a few days, and he said there's no way it's going to happen. He says, and I pray that it doesn't. But on the other hand, if it does happen, it's God's will, and that's what I'm here to do. So he took it very positively in that sense.
And in terms of what it means for the church, how do you think he will be as a pope?
I think he will, in a lot of ways, follow in the footsteps of Pope Francis. They were very good friends. They met when my brother was in Peru, and Pope Francis was a bishop in Argentina. So they've known each other quite a while. And so they have the experience of working with the disenfranchised and with the people who don't have a voice or who are not listened to and who are poor. So I think they're both coming from the same background in that sense. And so I think we'll see a lot of work that way.
I read that your brother, the Pope, actually watched Conclave, I think with your other brother, or was with that?
No, he watched, I don't know if he watched it, but he watched it while he was in Rome, the day before he went to Conclave. Because we were talking about it, and I've watched it twice, and I said, "Did you watch it yet?" He said, well, he did. I said, "Well, watch it again so you know how to act."
And describe, what kind of a character is he? Just give us a portrait of him as a man.
He's just a regular person. You could go and have a drink with him. You could go and have dinner with him. He doesn't put on airs. He's not, I don't think you'll see him expecting the Taj Mahal here. He's just a regular person. I don't think he's really used to the riches and plush life that, well, he's not, because he worked in Peru for so many years. So he's just a regular person.
And he grew up on the south side of Chicago as well?
Not Chicago, south suburb.
South suburb, right, okay. And describe your kind of family life when you were kids. I mean, was church a big part of your life?
Yes, we were altar boys. For a while choir. The thing is, he left home right after 8th grade, because that's when you went back to seminary, and that was in Holland, Michigan. So we didn't really, that was those 8 years. So from high school on, we saw him at summer vacation. So there was a lot of that life that we didn't really take part in, you know what I mean? But as a kid, yeah, he was just one of the kids on the block. We played and we got in fights and we did what all kids do.
And when you see him tomorrow, what will you say to him?
How are you doing? Has it hit you yet? Get that kind of question. Because how long will it take to hit, Does he have a minute free? Or is his time now from now on his? Because when he used to come up last year, for example, he had the Pope told him to take 4 weeks off. I had him up on the roof cutting trees. And I don't think he'll do that anymore as Pope.
You had him up on the roof cutting trees?
Yes, see how that needs to be trimmed?
Right.
He did that one, and then he got a ladder out and helped me trim that one.
So that tree over there has been trimmed by the Pope?
Yes, it has. Well, he was only cardinal at that point.
But it's a holy tree in that case.
Yes, it is. Maybe I should leave it alone.